Number 6 looks for us to just solve. Notice a, it's already in equals to 0, so we can just factor. I want to find two numbers here that multiplies to make 22 that adds up to this middle number here of 13. And those numbers are probably 11 and 2. 11 times 2 is 22, 11 plus 2 is 13, perfect. Then we want to divide by that 1x. This does simplify to just x plus 11, and x plus 2 are my factors. We set those equal to 0. Now we set each term equal to 0 and solve. X plus 11 equals to 0 and x plus 2 equals to 0, and we now solve. Minus 1 on both sides, this cancel. X is equal to negative 11. We have the plus 2, so we're going to subtract 2 to both sides. This cancel, we get x is equal to negative 2. Your two solutions are x is equal to negative 11 and x is equal to negative 2. For b, we need to make this equal to 0, so we're going to add 1 to both sides. Then we simplify. X squared minus 8x minus 9 is now going to equal to 0. Let's set up our dashes here. We want to find two numbers that multiply to make negative 9. That adds up to this middle number of adding up to negative 8. Those two numbers here are, let's see, 1 and 9, 1 and 9. The negative is on the 9. 1 times negative 9 is negative 9. 1 plus negative 9 is negative 8. That's good. We want to divide by that term in front, which is just 1x. So the factors are x plus 1 and x minus 9, and that equals to 0. Now we set each term equal to 0 and solve. So x plus 1 equals to 0 and x minus 9 equals to 0. Minus 1 to both sides, this cancels. We get x is equal to negative 1. We add 9 to both sides, this cancels, leaving you x is equal to negative 9. So your two solutions here are x is equal to negative 1 and x is equal to negative 9. Let's look at C here. Here we have to make it equal to 0, so we subtract 15x to both sides. Once we subtract x to both sides, it equals to 0 on the right hand side. Bring everything else down. X squared, 10x minus 15x becomes minus 5x minus the 14. Here we look to factor it. So we want to find two numbers that multiply to make negative 14. That adds up to this middle number of negative 5. So those numbers are what? I think 7 and 2. And the negative is on this 7. Negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. Negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5. Okay, we want to divide by that 1x. Okay, this simplifies. We just get it in factor form. X minus 7 and x plus 2, we set that equals to 0. Now we look to solve, so x minus 7 equals to 0, x plus 2 equals to 0. Add 7 to both sides, this cancels, x is equal to 7. Subtract 2 to both sides, this cancels, x is equal to negative 2. So your two solutions here are x is equal to 7 and x is equal to negative 2.